morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. If you could kindly just switch on your camera if you're here in our Zoom room right now and share with us in the chat where are you joining us from. And for those of you who are catching us on the live stream right now, this live stream will only be on for the next half an hour. All right. If you want to join us, click on the link, probably in the comments, thepillarsummit.com to join us in this Zoom room live right now. Okay, so welcome everybody to the Pillar Business Summit. I see Harold is joining us from Canada, and then I see we've got, of course, Karen who's joining us from the US. Sam supporting in the background, all the way from Malaysia. Bill, Malaysia as well. Trader Rob from the US. And then we've got Gerda from South Africa. We've got Michelle joining us all the way from Australia with the beautiful opera house behind her. Okay. And then, yes, continue sharing with us Roland from the United Kingdom, Ravender from India, and Nasid So from Alexandria, Virginia, USA. All right, so welcome everybody to the Pillar Business Summit. For those of you who don't know me yet, my name is Ching Yu. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of Summit and Groove Asia. And together with me for this next 8 hours, we have Simon Leong, also known as the Google Insider. Perhaps Simon, you could just unmute yourself, say hi, and share a couple of words to our audience today.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you very much, Mr. Ching Yu, for that wonderful introduction. A huge welcome to all of you, of course, from all across the world. We are, in fact, a global community. And you might be asking, right? For those of you who might have joined us for the first Pillar Summit, I think it must have been like 5 or 6 months ago now. It was, in fact, a very big event. Well, it wasn't a big event. It was a big deal because it was our very first live in-person event at an actual venue in over 2.5 years. And so with that, obviously, it was an extraordinary change. And now it's no different. One thing that we realized, though, is that we are, in fact, a global community. And since the last time that we did the Pillar events, we also had live streamed it, just so that you know, to a global audience. And what we found is that there is a lot bigger of a connection that can be made when we're actually online, as opposed to talking to people who are there in person. Yes, it's a great event for us to be able to do something like that. But the thing is, we also want to connect with you in the global audience as well. And so with that, what we found is it's going to be a lot more tremendously powerful if, number one, we're able to do this online and actually create the exact same kind of value that we've been able to in a live in-person audience, except now we can focus on everyone at the same time. Number two, what we also realized is that instead of going for the hundreds or even thousands of people, it is our preference to be able to connect with you in a much more private and a much more intimate setting, to the point where Ching Yu and myself can take a look and see who's actually here. We can talk to you, right? We can see you. We can actually, well, assuming that you turn on your camera, then we can see you. But at the same time, we know that the real changes are actually made through that connection. Do you agree with that? If you agree with that, type in agree inside the comments. There's a big difference between talking to people and talking at people. And what we like to do is we like to talk with people. We like to talk with you. We like to interact with you. And so with that, we encourage you to, once again, turn on your webcams, because that's how we get to know you. That's how we build relationships. And there's going to be a lot of opportunity for us to share more personal things in such a small, intimate, small, private environment, as opposed to talking to thousands of people whom we'll probably never, ever see again. It is our goal for you to ensure that for all of you who make the positive decision to join our small, intimate group right here, right now, for the next several hours, we want to get to know you. to the point where, we're just on a first name basis, and to the point where we know exactly what your strategies are. And if you don't have one, we work with you towards achieving those, as well as what might be potentially, in the future for you, because there's so many things that we really do plan and are planning to share with you over the next several hours. And just so that you are actually here because I personally believe that everything happens for a reason. Do you believe the same thing? If you do, type in believe inside the comments. You're here as one of our, very small minority crowd that we actually reached out to. In fact, we didn't go through a big giant promotion for this event. There were no ads that went out. There was some slight social media sharing just to people within our own communities. But if you're here, probably you either received an email from us because you had previously registered for the 5-day challenge or our coaching program or consultation, or maybe you actually received the invitation to join us as a result of joining those. And just so that you know, those are the only people that this invitation actually went out to. So for being here and for being part of the minority, give yourselves a big round of applause for joining us. We very much look forward to the next several hours and even beyond that, because I just know that this is only going to be the beginning. So with that, thank you very much, Mr. Qing Yu. Let's see what else we have in store for the rest of the day.
Sure. Thank you very much, Simon. Yeah, so we have an exciting lineup and topics in the next couple of hours. So one of the things is that, who will this benefit today? Okay, so it doesn't matter whether you're just starting up. And yeah, just out of curiosity, share with me in the chat right now, how many of you have a business, or you're just starting up, or you're thinking about it? Okay, just type in, are you starting up? You already have a business, or you're thinking about it in the chat. Okay, so that we can get a gauge of who we have joining us, and we can tailor make our content just for you. All right. Okay, I see Dr. Lisa saying just starting, and then we've got Jim saying still learning, Sultan starting, Bill, Harold, Bernadette, I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly, just starting. Tuck Tuck, yes, I have a business. Sultan kinda lost. Don't worry, we'll help you gain that clarity and direction throughout the next 8 hours. All right, Roland, thinking about it. Okay, Narciso, starting. Shamika, already have a business and starting new business and always learning. I love your attitude, Shamika, because we are all lifelong learners, and we have a saying that leaders are learners, okay? And then if we ever get to a point where we feel that, I know everything, then be very, very careful. It is at that very point where maybe the tipping point where it begins your downfall. All right, because we live in a universe where in nature, if you're not growing, you're automatically dying, right? Just look at plants all around the world. Okay, so we need to be constantly learning, growing, and adapting to our environment. This is what the Pillar Business Summit is all about. As we know, for the past couple of years, past 2 to 3 years, we've gone through a major upheaval in our society, a major upheaval in our economy, a major upheaval when it comes to politics, the political landscape as well, right? So as entrepreneurs, we need to be constantly adapting to our environment. We can't stay stagnant. We can't stick to our old ways and expect different results, right? As Einstein says, if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again and expect different results, that's the definition of insanity. All right, and I don't believe that we are insane right here, right? Okay, if we are not insane, type in "I'm not insane" in the chat. Okay, right, wonderful. I love seeing all of your smiles right now. So please, for those of you who are joining us on this Zoom session, turn on your webcam so that we can interact with you a lot better right now. Okay, I see a lot of you starting out. So yes, lifelong learners, Tim sharing transitioning to different business model. That's interesting. Okay, and Sukching, you're welcome. Yes, Summit is always here delivering major insights and information to our community together with our partners in Groove Asia, of course. And I see everybody sharing, I'm not insane. Okay, great. And Jim, yeah, sharing, questionable. And then Michelle says, not yet. Okay, yeah, maybe just for the sake of creativity and thinking outside of the box, we need a bit of insanity. All right, so let's give a bit of room to that. Okay, so everyone is welcome, whether you're insane or not. We welcome you with open arms into our community. As you can see, we are a fun-loving community joining us from across all of the different continents. All right, so through what so basically with this entire event, so whether you're starting up, you're thinking about it, or you already have an existing business, this is for you. Okay, whether you're in retail, you're dealing with physical goods, or you're dealing with services like coaching, digital marketing services, right? Or consultation services, this is for you. Okay, we will share with you the foundations of building a successful business, but not only that, how is it that you can scale your business as well, right? So it's not just a matter of dealing one-to-one, knocking on doors. No. Right? We are living in the digital world right now. We want to reach from one to many. And we will share with you exactly how you can do that throughout this session. Right? If you're excited for this session, type in excited in the chat right now. Okay. And so who isn't this for? Okay. Yeah. Because one of the things when it comes to our community, we don't just accept anyone in our community. Okay. Yes, even though I say, whether you're insane or not, we are accepting of you. But the truth is, we don't accept just anybody in our community. Okay. This event and this community is not for people who are lazy. Okay, it's not for people who just sits back and you're just looking for a quick buck, right? Finding that red magical button where it just prints out money automatically. We are not that kind of community. Okay, we want to find people who are willing to put in the effort, invest their time, invest their money, invest their energy so that they can start their business. They can bring their visions and their missions into reality rather than just sitting at the back being a passive observer. Yeah, learning. Oh, this is exciting, right? But not doing anything about it. Hey, we don't want that. Okay, if you will take action, type in I will take action in this chat. Okay, type in I will take action. Take that commitment. Okay, and throughout the next 8 hours, we will be sharing with you a lot of strategies. And then I see Sultan sharing with us, for me, it feels like a timer in my head. Yes, time is short. Okay, we can't take life for granted. We can't take the gift of life that we've been given for granted. Okay, we have to take action. We have to realize our dreams while we still can. You don't want to be sleeping in your deathbed, okay? Thinking, wishing, and wondering, what if? What if I actually took that step? What if I actually believed in myself? What if I didn't care about what other people think? And I just took that step and honored my path, honored my truth, and take action like all of you have said that you will take action today. Imagine, how different would your life look like? What are the possibilities? Imagine if you could not fail. Imagine if you could not fail. What is possible? What will you do? Okay, so with Summit, with Groove Asia, we're all about possibilities, opening up the doors of possibilities to you. We can show you the door, we can show you the way, but at the end of the day, you have to take action. Okay, and as we all say, many of you have typed into the chat, I will take action, and I will reply to you will see. We will see. All right. Because within this environment is a safe environment for us to participate, for us to share with each other the possibilities that we see, to share with each other the challenges that we personally face, right? We create these spaces of incubation to help incubate your belief, equip you with the tools, the knowledge to be able to build that dream, that vision that you see. Okay. And then at the end of the day, what matters the most is how you take action outside of this space. Okay. But I believe, okay, if you are here with us today, and if it so happens, you're joining us in a replay, you are in the right space. You have taken that first step. You are joining us here today because something resonated within you. There's a deeper resonance in you where it says, hey, you know, that's an inner calling. I want to build that business. I want to build that lifestyle and life, for the ones that I love and care for. I want to support them. I want to nurture them. I want to allow them to flourish without worrying, about money, without worrying about all of the challenges. I want to be able to be that model, be that guidance for them, right? So whatever it may be, I believe that if you're here with us today or watching on replay, you are in the right space. You've taken that first step. You've taken that first commitment to yourself, to your dreams, to your future. Okay. And then if you're here, half the battle is won. But the most important thing is to carry that momentum forward into your day-to-day life. Okay. And I see Dr. Lisa sharing with us possibilities plus action. That's right. This space is an incubator for belief. So thank you very much, Dr. Lisa, for sharing with us that. So one of the things that I notice is that throughout all of these sorts of trainings, we don't want people to be passive, right? In order for us to give you the best experience, right? Would it be okay for all of us to participate? Right? Just raise your hands if you have your camera on right now. Yes, I will participate. Right? Okay. Type it in the chat. Yes, I will participate. Okay. Type in yes, I will participate. Because the more you participate, the more we can feel your energy, the more that we can give back to you. Okay. We have the next 8 hours together, right? And we want it to be fun. We want it to be engaging. But most importantly, we want to serve you, to be able to answer the questions that you have, the burning question that you have, so that you can get started in your business or take your business to the next level. Right, great. Thank you very much for your commitment. I see Suk Ching, Wally, Dr. Lisa, Roland, Shamika, Gerda, Harold, Jim, Trade Rob, Tak Tak, Sultan, Tim, all of the action takers and people who will participate throughout this event. And again, if you happen to be joining us on the live stream, go to thepillarsummit.com to register and get your link to join us here live during this Zoom session and to have the opportunity to get your questions answered as well. We will be going off the live stream in just about 10 minutes time, so make sure you get your link. All right. Okay. So type in the chat. Okay, what are the biggest roadblocks and challenges that you currently face in your business or before you're even thinking about starting your business, right? What is stopping you from starting, or if you're just starting, what's the challenges that you're facing, right? Or if you already have a business, what's the biggest challenge? Okay, I see Sultan sharing with us people, right? Sultan, could you elaborate a bit more on people? Do you mean a team, the people within your team? Just elaborate a bit in the chat. And then I see Madam Tak sharing with us competition. Yes, competition in the market, especially if you're online in the online space. There's a lot of competition. Trader Rob, prioritization and time management, right? Just out of curiosity, how many of you have a problem when it comes to prioritization and time management, right? Just raise your hands. Great. Thank you, right? I have problems like that as well, right? But don't worry, we have the tools to work around it, right? Lucy sharing lack of focus, not enough customers. Okay, thank you. Ravinder sharing with us getting quality leads which would convert. Yes, this is very, very important, right? You can get all of the leads that you want, right? It's a beautiful number, right? But at the end of the day, if they don't convert, they don't purchase, then it's just a waste of your time. It's a waste of your energy. It's a waste of your money if you're spending on ads. All right. Okay, so great. Roland sharing with us skills and knowledge. Yes. Gerda focusing on one thing. Harold talking about self-worth. Yes, when you're on your entrepreneurship journey, especially if you haven't started out, self-worth is a big thing, right? We have that imposter syndrome and thinking, oh, can I really do it? Or would people really like to purchase from me or buy from me, right? Let me share with you, Harold. So when it comes to self-worth and entrepreneurship, I like the saying from my mentor Joe Bauer. He shares within the context of speaking, right? Or education. You are the best teacher or you are the best leader for those who choose to follow you. Okay? You are the best teacher or you're the best leader for those who choose to follow you. Okay? Within the business context, you are the best product, you are the best service provider for those who choose to follow you. Okay? But the most important thing is to go out there and share your gift, right? Just start sharing, okay? And then when you start seeing that feedback from your marketplace, you either hear one of two things, right? Mainly, oh, great, this product works, thank you very much, right? Great. Otherwise, you get people who say, this is not for me. Okay, great. That's great as well. That is feedback. You ask them, oh, why? Why is that the case? Right? And then you start learning, you start developing and your products, your offer, and your services to see how you can deliver to people better. Right? The problem when it comes to business owners, especially when you're just starting out, is that you tie rejection, external rejection, to your own self-image. Okay? You tie rejection to your own self-image. But when in actual fact, it is just feedback from the market. I'm not the right fit. Oh, why are you not the right fit? How can I make this fit for you? Okay. Oh, okay. Or maybe you're just not the right target market. That's it. We move on. It's nothing to do with me. Okay, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, I am merely a vehicle to solve people's problems, to figure out people's problems, right? And then I will find the different ways to serve them and to give to them. I may not know the ways right now, right? But I will eventually be able to work it out, partner with other service providers, fellow entrepreneurs to figure it out and to serve the market. That's it. Okay. Just because you're not there yet doesn't mean that you won't get there. Okay. The journey is a process of cultivating to who you are meant to become. Okay. The journey is a process to cultivate who you are to become. Okay, great. So thank you for sharing with us that, Harold. Bill sharing with us information overload, prioritization on focus. Yes, especially when you're with the Summit and Groove Asia community, we keep sharing lots of tools, strategies, and information to you, right? But how do you work it all out? How do you filter it all out, right? And let me give you one quick tip right now. Okay, throughout the next 8 hours, make sure you take copious notes. Okay, make sure you take copious notes. And then when you see an action item, okay, highlight it, put a star next to it. Okay, and you say, okay, that's an action item that I can do that is relevant to me. Okay, then maybe by the end of this 8-hour session, right, you have 3, 5, 10, a dozen, 20 action items, and then you'll be like, oh my god, where do I start? Right, where do I start? Don't worry. Okay, you have that list. If you don't know how to prioritize it, just start from the one at the top of the list. That's it. Okay, you don't even have to think about prioritizing it. Just start. Okay, get that momentum going, and then you start doing. Okay, if you want to create the life that you want and desire, if you want to create that dream business, the distance between where you are to where you want to be, or you imagine yourself to be, okay, that gap is time and action. Okay, is time and action. Two key components. Okay, first we talk about action. Okay, yeah, taking action will get you there. The second component is time. How quickly do you take action? Do you just absorb information, you think about it, and then a couple days pass, a couple weeks pass, and then that fire and momentum just fizzles out, right? So if you want to shorten your distance from where you are to where you want to be, right, take massive amounts of actions, but quickly as well. Stop making excuses. Okay, don't worry about failure. Failure is part of the process, because failure equals feedback. Failure equals feedback. Okay, we are here to learn, we are here to grow. So we keep failing forward, as we say. We keep failing forward. Okay, Wally shares with us self-promotion, taking photos, going live, things like that. Yes, we will definitely cover this. Simon especially will definitely cover on this aspect. And then Suk Ching sharing all of the above. Okay, Sultan sharing with us like traffic, more eyes to my services or offers, right? Excellent. Dr. Lisa sharing with us focus on the next steps. Jim Anderson, what do you mean about leaving here soon? Oh, I don't know what you're referring to. I don't recall what you may be referring to, Jim. Do elaborate on that. Lucy sharing with us competition also. So many freebies and cheap offers in my field, teaching yoga, right? Yeah, when you're in the space where everybody is throwing everything for free, right? As we say, it's a race to the bottom, right? If you're thinking about, my product is too expensive, I need to battle on price, right? If price is your only factor, then eventually you will lose. It's a losing game, okay? Through this session, we will teach you how to differentiate yourself from the competition, how you can stand up so that you don't fight on that pricing game. Okay. Sultan sharing amazing quote. Thank you. Jim, yes, good quote. Narciso not believing that to join and get the free software is not true. They believe there is a catch-22 about this free thing, right? Narciso is of course referring to the Groove Asia platform. Is like, what? I can get this free software where I have landing pages, e-commerce, email, automation, so on and so forth, all for free. What's the catch? What's the catch? There are so many skeptical people in the world. When we want to give to them, they have so many questions, right? But we continue giving anyway, right? And then, yes, I see Sultan, yes, take action. Jim, thought you say about the live stream ending around now. Yes, the live stream will be ending right now. So for those of you who are joining us on the live stream, do go to thepillarsummit.com to continue this next 8 hours or so together with us. All right. So right now, I'm going to be back in the Zoom room. Okay. So see you.